7 rounds down, 1 round to go. It's time for the season finale for Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe, the sport division. And in theory, in a little over 40 minutes, 50 minutes or so, we should be finding the identity of the champion. Will it be a new champion or will it be last year's champion? In the sport division overall standings, it is between Flint Schuring and Kiefer's 145. Kiefer cannot be caught. And in the Pro-Am Championship, Henry Chuamala mathematically has that one in hand ahead of Anthony Imperato. So the championships will come to an end after this race, and we will know the identities of our 3 champions for sure. Piers is currently down on the grid, ready to talk to a few drivers.
Brian, this is it, the final race of the season. It's come round so quickly, but the racing is still going to be as hot as ever. Of course, very disrupted first race this afternoon. Hopefully a little bit cleaner. We'd like half an hour of clean, fair racing, no spitting, no biting, no punching, all that sort of stuff. We've got our different pulses this time, of course. Teo Overhouse, the new driver. Oh, sorry, I'm in the way. Of course, drivers just doing their lining up procedure to make sure that they are in the correct grid position so that they don't overstep the white lines. Of course, all 4 tyres must be within the white lines there. You can see the tape on the box. So I think I can jump in now with Teo. Can I jump in? Yeah, brilliant. Sorry, Teo, I didn't mean to interrupt your procedure there. Pole position for this race, consistently fast laps in qualifying. We saw you can make moves in that last one. You shouldn't have to make any overtakes in this one if everything goes to plan, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I hope I get a good launch, first into T1, and then I hope I can control the race at the front.
Absolutely, a great start to your Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe career. Of course, so far, second in the first one. Hopefully, I imagine you're hoping to take it one better in this one.
Yeah, for sure. The first one I also wanted to win, but sadly it didn't work out. But I'm for sure really working hard for it that it's worked out now, and I'm quite confident that it will be.
What do you reckon the greatest risk from behind is going to be?
I think at the start is the greatest risk, get a good launch. I think that is more or less everything is what's needed to defend P1. But we will see if Ariel or Flint Schuring have a great car in the race. Maybe they will also make some pressure in the race then.
We look forward to a great race ahead. Hopefully it stays cleaner than the first one. Right, that's Teo Overhouse, of course, the Porsche Junior in Germany. Definitely a star of the future, one to watch for certain. Great to have him in the championship. A star of the future, well, and the present really, Ariel Levy, of course, our champion last season, starting in second place in this one. Ariel, second best starting position in this one. Of course, we know Teo had a good pace in that last one, but I also know that you were very confident with your pace in race 1.
Well, we did not have a lot of laps, but when we were driving, I think I was really comfortable with what I was, yes.
What do you reckon your best chance of winning this race is?
Well, I cannot know what will happen in the race, but I would say usually race starts are really crucial, so I will have to have a really good start, and then we'll see what happens later.
Ariel, of course, last season, this time last year, you were champion already. Of course, it's very close between you and Flint as well. Of course, I imagine that you're going to be giving your all. Are you thinking about the championship? What's your mindset going into this one?
My mindset is that I'm so thankful and privileged to have such a competitive season in the winter, because I'm learning so much, and it's not even summer yet, so I'm just thankful.
Ariel, good luck in the race. We'll see where you finish up at the end of the race. Of course, Ariel will always be going for the win. We know he's a very competitive driver, and I'd like to grab a word with our current championship leader and Ariel's championship challenger, Flint. I've spoken to him a couple of times already today, but that's only right considering he is currently leading the championship. Just spoke to Ariel. Of course, he is going for the win, as always, but he's just saying that he's so grateful that he's got such a competitive series before the main season has even started, and he's been enjoying the fight between yourself and him.
Yeah, so far it's been a hard but fair fight. So definitely great preparation for the summer season.
And let's talk about that championship. Of course, Ariel starting alongside you there. What are you thinking about?
Yeah, going to try to get a good getaway and then go on from there.
Flint, we'll see how it plays out. It's been a great battle all season long between these two. Of course, Flint having the upper hand on more occasions than Ariel this season. But it's, you know, anyone's game. Ariel was very fast in race number 1. Got time for one more interview, and I think I'm going to grab a word with Milan Marchak again, because he's had such a good weekend. You know, really gaining a lot of experience and a lot of speed, considering his relative lack of overall racing experience. Actually, he's having a word with his race engineer, so I better jump out of there. Quick word from Sasha going into our last race. This again, carrying our on-board camera as well. Sasha, very quick word. Last race of the season, what are you thinking about right now?
That I want to enjoy it.
How are you best going to enjoy it?
By driving, of course.
Sasha, we look forward to seeing some excellent racing for you in this one. Again, we'll be watching from on board. Sasha Norden there, of course, trying to consolidate third place in the championship. This is going to be good, hopefully cleaner than the first, but the racing is going to be great nonetheless. Brian, over to you for the final time this season in the sport division.
Thank you, Piers. Great job. I think Sasha speaks for all of us. We just want to enjoy it. And that's exactly what we've been doing, although we'd enjoy it more if there were a few less red flags. Right. Well, our pole sitter for this race is one Mr. T. Overhouse, and he is not featuring in the championship race, but he may well play a part in it, because the two championship contenders are directly behind him. By my calculations, if things finish as they are, i.e. Ariel Levy second, Flint Schuring third, Flint Schuring will be champion. But if Ariel Levy can get past Theo Overhouse and Flint Schuring finishes in third place, Ariel Levy will be champion. It is that close. How exciting is this? We are 1 minute away from the season finale for Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe Sport Division, and it is all to play for. This could really go down to the wire. It's all about who keeps their head. What we don't want is any red flags, or if hopefully safety cars or full course yellows. Well, good luck with that. We've had a red flag in every race so far. The leading rookie qualifier, Milan Marchak, down in P6, also impressing here this weekend at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. So lots to look at in the Pro-Am Championship. Henry Tuamala is the leading Pro-Am driver. By my calculations, he's done what he needs to do to clinch the Pro-Am Championship, but he really needs to get to the end of this race just to cement it and seal it. Of course, Chester Kiefer is the second qualifier in the rookies. He's down in P9. He's already clinched the rookie championship. The grid is like this. Theo Overhouse with that 143.001. Ariel Levy alongside him. Then it's Flint Schuring with Sebastian Freimut for company. He might be looking for a podium too. Domas Radonis and Milan Marchak occupy rows 3. And there's Sasha Norden and Colin Berninghouse. Solid qualifying from him into P8. Our new rookie champion, Chester Kiefer, has Matthias Ferreira for company. Joe Warhurst will be looking to avoid the dramas of race 1. He has Sid Smith alongside. He too will want to get to the end of this one. Robin Knutson and Alex Ryman are 13th and 14th, and they're ahead of Gianluca Tucharoglu and James Wallace. Keep an eye on both of them. They're going to be coming through the pack. Nathan Sharp and Jonas Greif line up on 17th and 18th ahead of Jelta Hoffner. Henry Tuamala, the leading Pro-Am champion, leader in the championship. Zuren Spreng just behind him with Felix Neuhofer, Charles Visser and Josh Stanton line up 23rd and 24th. Then it's Thomas Kangro and Karen Gayard ahead of Mace Muller, Anthony Emperato in the Pro-Am race, Luciano Martinez, Juan Pablo Vega, Draker Janssen and Nick Ho. Good to see he's got the car back out on track as well. 32 riders for this, the season finale for Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe 2025. I'm just looking up to the skies. The clouds are coming in. The temperature is dropping. Famous last words. I don't think we're going to be getting any rain. Sincerely hope not. But with the temperature dropping on the track, that can change the dynamic of this race as well. It's the last hurrah for Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe Sport Division. Next stop for a lot of these drivers will be their summer championships. They'll want to put this time to good use, this 30 minutes plus 1 lap of racing. all of the identical Porsche 911 GT3 Cup cars based on the latest 992 generation 510 Porsche brake horsepowers, 4 litres of naturally aspirated water-cooled flat 6 Boxster engine in the rear of the car, control tyres, restricted setups, no ABS, no traction control. This is about raw talent. It's about the best drivers in the best cars rising to the top, and that's exactly what we've seen all season long. We've seen the seasoned campaigners, we've seen the new up-and-coming superstars, all challenging, all wanting to show what they're worth as they come together here on a legendary circuit that hosts Formula One. This is their chance to flex their muscles and show what they're made of. Apparently the wind has dropped down, so we shouldn't have any issues with tailwinds, but the temperature also dropping too. The cars are now forming on the grid. The heartbeats will be racing. The palms will be sweaty as Søren Spreng just gets the 197 car into exactly the right position. And then the silence falls around Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. And then the indication from the back that all is good. The engine notes will start to rise. Are you ready for one last dance? Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe is go for the final race of the season. And it's a drag race in towards turn 1. Get out of my way, says Ariel Levy. He's got his elbows out. Flint Schuring looking as well, but it's going to be Levy into turn 1. Theo Overhouse dropping into that second place, but is he going to come back? There's a couple of cars that have cut across the runoff area. What is going to happen there? Ariel Levy and Theo Overhouse running side by side. Looks as though Overhouse might have gone wide. He's back into the lead. Ariel Levy will want to come back. Overhouse giving up that lead position because he knew he exceeded track limits. Flint Schuring in that third place. If the championship finished now, if the race finished now, it would be championship Ariel Levy. But Flint Schuring looking eager. The rest of the cars jostling for positions behind, all fighting over the scraps. Out towards turn 7 they come, and that is Henry Tuamala, who's got off into the gravel trap. He's able to keep it going. There's Karen Gayard there as well, who got involved. Tuamala looks like he's able to rejoin on board with Matas Ferreira in the number 27 car. But a dramatic first lap, as always is the case here. And that's Draker Janssen into the gravel trap. This may well bring out their safety car. Our race leader, Ariel Levy, second. Theo Overhouse, third. Flint Schuring. But I have a feeling a caution may be incoming. The rest of the cars heading around turn 13 and 14. Another spinner, that's Mace Muller pointing in the wrong direction. Able to rejoin, and Nick Ho once again in his old car. But looks like that is stranded as well. So a couple of cars stranded at the side of the track. This is surely going to bring out a full course yellow, and across the line we come. I think the race stewards want to get a lap in the board so that we don't have a complete restart. It's Ariel Levy with 7/10 over Theo Overhouse. Flint Schuring in that third place. Sebastian Freimut in fourth ahead of Domas Radonis. We're still racing at the moment. Still no cautions showing at this point. There's Karen Gayard in the 85 car, able to rejoin. And now we go for yellow flag at turn 5, but we're still in racing conditions. 30 minutes plus 1 lap is the length of the race. At the moment, Ariel Levy leading the way. Theo Overhouse, now we go to full course yellow. So Ariel Levy will drop the speed down to 80 kilometers an hour. Really important, there's no overtaking. Søren Spreng now backing out of the power. The start is under investigation. So the race stewards will be taking a look at that. I'm now just going to double check my maths while we're here. So if the race finished now, Ariel Levy would have a 2-point advantage over Flint Schuring. I said to you that Theo Overhouse was going to play a critical part in this championship, even though he's not part of it. That is proving to be the case as Karen Gayard's getting pulled back into the garage. And there's Nick Ho in the more familiar yellow, black and white car that we've seen him all season long. We saw that the blue car that he was running this morning had taken a little bit of a beating And it looks like there may be 2 damaged cars that are going to be heading back to the PG Motorsport garage. Safety car is out, so the clock carries on ticking. Right, just looking at the various screens to make sure there's no penalties that have been awarded that I can see. So as far as I'm aware, it is very much as you see it out on track. Theo Overhaus did get past Ariel Levy. We saw him going wide, and then we saw him backing out of it just to give that position back because he had taken the lead of the race, having gone into the runoff area. So very fair from Theo Overhaus, and if he hadn't done that, the stewards may well have penalised him, and he could have picked up a penalty that would have been a lot greater than just letting the lead car back through. So there is the Nick Ho car. So we've lost Nick Ho and we've lost Karen Gayard. Looking to see a non-starter was Sid Smith and Felix Neuhofer. They never even made it out of the garage after the incident in the earlier race. So they never made it onto the grid, which is a real shame. We got confirmation as the cars crossed the timing beam. Let's have another look at the start of this race and let's just see what occurred. So it's a good start from Ariel Levy. It was a good start from Theo Overhaus as well, but Levy had that. He's tried to come back around the outside, but you just see he ran wide. Also in there was Flint Schering. Again, needs to be careful. Got to finish and not be in the gravel trap because that would hand the championship on a plate. That was Henry Tuamala going wide onto the gravel. He was able to keep it going. He's currently down in 27th place and 3rd overall. So the Pro-Am Championship still very much in his hands. And that was a big impact for Draker Janssen. I see him making a big contact with the wall. And that's a real shame. Right, safety car is in on this lap. They've done a great job. Thank you to all of the marshals and the hard-working track crew for getting it all cleaned up. It means we can get back racing nice and quickly as we look to decide the champions of 2025. As things stand at the moment, if the race finished now, Ariel Levy would be champion. If Flint Schering can get past Theo Overhaus, he will become the champion. So Theo Overhaus has very much the power here. He holds all the cards. He's not in this to score points. He's in this for the silverware. He'd quite fancy relegating Ariel Levy if he possibly can in that 2nd place. Sasha Norden in 6th place at the moment, ahead of Chester Kiefer, one of his main rivals in a runner-up spot in the championship. Chester Kiefer is the leading rookie. Matthias Ferreira down to P2 in the rookies, ahead of Milan Marchak. So plenty still to come. 23.5 minutes. The cars are round at turn 12 at the moment. Now, last time we saw Ariel Levy really backing them up. Will he do the same again, or is he going to hit the accelerator early and try and catch Theo Overhaus snoozing? He is weaving, as is his right. Theo Overhaus is focused on hitting the accelerator at the very moment that Ariel Levy does. The thing he mustn't do is overtake Ariel Levy before the start-finish line. That is important for all the cars. Flint Schering ready to jump as well. This is going to be his best opportunity to get past Theo Overhaus as they now hit the accelerator at a turn 14 along the pit straight. The big slipstream as they head in towards turn 1, hitting towards 265 kilometers an hour before the heavy braking of turn 1. Ariel Levy with a good start. Theo Overhaus keeping him though in his sights. Challenge further back. That's Chester Kiefer to the outside of rival Sasha Norden in the championship. Everybody else fighting through. More drama. Matthias Ferreira goes spinning. Also James Wallace in there as well. Oh, this is almost certainly going to bring out another safety car. Matthias Ferreira getting together with James Wallace. Both cars stranded on the dreaded turns 1 and 2. And it looks as though Matthias Ferreira's day is going to go from bad to worse. He had traumas in the first race today. He's got traumas again. The rest of the cars filing through. 22 minutes remaining of this race. And I'm afraid it does look like a safety car, or at the very least, a full course yellow might be incoming. At the moment, Ariel Levy with a .378 gap over second place. Well, the good bit is Ferreira's got it going, but I'm not sure that Wallace is going to be able to, but a lot of damage to the number 27 Target competition car. The Brazilian driver, and there is Wallace getting out of the car, so that is such a shame. The Proton Huber competition, number 83 car, James Wallace, and he'll be pretty fed up about that. After such a strong showing in Valencia, he will be pretty fed up with all that has occurred here in Barcelona. And you can see from his body language as he looks at the car, and he will walk away. Let's have another look at what happened there. That's first, second, third. Here's the rest of the cars, and it just looked as though Ferreira carried just way too much speed into the corner. Wallace was just an innocent bystander. Nathan Sharp also taking to the gravel to avoid it. But it looked as though Ferreira had lost it long before Wallace appeared on the scene, and he was just caught up in someone else's incident in the carbon fibre zone once again. And you can point the finger maybe at poor qualifying, being in the midst of all the drama. Whatever it is, it's certainly taken him out of it, and that looks like Nathan Sharp peeling off into the pits as well. So after such a strong showing from him last time out in Valencia, it looks as though his day is also coming to a premature end. On board with Søren Spreng, who currently leads in the Pro-Am race. He is in 19th place overall. And, he has Anthony Imperato directly behind him. So the James Wallace car being removed from the gravel trap. So safety car out on track with 1/3 of the race gone. Theo Overhaus is being shown on my timing screen as the race leader. So I'm just checking to see whether... So Theo Overhaus has been shown as the race leader at the moment. So clearly there has been a swap around under the full course yellow. Now, I'm not entirely sure what is occurring there. I've had no messages to say why that might be the case. Of course, under a full course yellow or a safety car, there can be no overtaking. But Theo Overhaus has jumped into the lead of this race. And it might be that the stewards have given an instruction. It's certainly nothing that I've seen as Matthias Ferreira peels off into the pits. But suddenly, Theo Overhaus has been shown as the race leader, and I've had no indication as to why that would be. But if that is the case, as seems to be, as we can see on our screen, and if the race finished now, it means that Flint Schuring would be the champion. So, just double checking everything here, make sure I haven't missed anything. If the race finished now, it would be a Flint Schuring championship. So Theo Overhaus has jumped in front of Ariel Levy while we're behind the safety car and currently leads the way. Sounds to me as though it may have been an instruction that had been given. So that has changed the dynamic of the race. Suddenly, Ariel Levy has all the work to do to get past the number 43 car in front of him. Once again, Theo Overhaus playing a significant part on the outcome of this championship. There is absolutely nothing on the timing screens to indicate why that might have happened, but with 18 minutes remaining, things remain as they are. It will be championship to Flint Schuring by the slimmest of margins. Certainly not had the kind of dominant weekend that we saw him have at Valencia. So there have only been 2 winners of races this year in this category, and they have been Flint Schuring, who has won all bar 2 races, and Ariel Levy, who's won the other. Theo Overhaus looking to break that pattern. So still trying to keep the heat in the tyres, keep everything in the window as the cars circulate behind the safety car. So the drama keeps on coming. Theo Overhaus, somehow, behind the safety car, has been promoted into the lead, and it can only be on the instruction of the stewards. But it means that Ariel Levy has a lot of work to do now, because he is going to have to work his way past the lead car if he wants to retain the championship that he won here this time last year. Still no indication of when the safety car is going to come in, but I would expect it's going to be very soon. Safety car is going to be in on this lap. So, indication that safety car is in on this lap, which means we will back racing. There is Henry Tuamala, the champion-elect of the Pro-Am category. So out to round turn 5 at the moment. Theo Overhaus holds all the cards to decide who will become the champion of the sport division in Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe. Sasha Norden has made progress. He's up into P6 at the moment. His main rival for position in the championship, Chester Kiefer, is behind him, and he wants to keep it that way. So here we come, the snake of cars. Theo Overhaus, the Porsche Junior driver who has been very much making the headlines for the last couple of years, getting himself up to speed before his 2025 season. I haven't seen what he's going to be racing this year, but now he backs the pack up. It's his turn to decide when to go. Now it's the turn of Ariel Levy to be the person who has to do the guessing. Up into turn 12 they come. Flint Scheuring, focused, ready to pounce as soon as he can. Overhaus went, then he didn't, now he's going. Looks like he's up to speed. The gaps open up between first and second. Ariel Levy falling into the clutches of Flint Scheuring. If Scheuring can get past Ariel Levy, that will be enough for the championship for sure. Out to turn 14 they come, along the pit straight. A couple of cars kicking up some dirt. Out towards turn 1, weaving to try and get the heat into the tyres and into the brakes. We're past the halfway point of the final race of the season. Into turn 1, Flint Scheuring flashing the lights. There's Colin Berdinghausen taking a different line into the corner. On the inside, Chester Kiefer in there as well. The rest of the cars filing around turns 1 and turns 2. What is going to happen in the last 14 and a half minutes of this race? At the moment, advantage Theo Overhaus, advantage Flint Scheuring in the championship standings. Ariel Levy in second place, about half a second back. What can he do about the number 43 car in front of him? Sebastian Freimuth there. Look at Sasha Norden looking to challenge Domas Radonis. He's been doing that all season long in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Also a challenge further back, there was Joe Warhurst in there. Also Gianluca Tucharoglu also fighting for position. Sasha Norden, we're on board with him at the moment in that 6th place. Sebastian Freimuth in front of him, which means that Norden is up into 5th place. He's broken clear of one of his main challengers, Chester Kiefer, down into P9. First and second, breaking clear. Flint Scheuring doesn't look to have the pace to get with the leaders at the moment. 13 and a half minutes remaining. It's all about whether Ariel Levy can find a route past Theo Overhaus. Levy, who led for much of this race, somehow Theo Overhaus was able to get past. Now he leads the way. There's Chester Kiefer, Alex Ryman behind him. Gianluca Tucharoglu there as well in the 911 car. They are fighting over 9th place. Here come the race leaders. Out onto the pit straight once again. Flat out, up into 6th gear. Then it's the heavy braking, having reached 265 kilometers an hour, reducing all the speed down to 110 kilometers an hour. 2nd gear through turn 1, 2nd gear into turn 2. Alex Ryman, Gianluca Tucharoglu. It's Tucharoglu challenging on the outside for 10th place. Drops back in behind around turns 1 and turns 2 they come, and in towards turn 3, a 3rd gear corner taken at 140 kilometers an hour. Then a short burst of the throttle before this, turn 4, a 2nd gear taken at about 100 kilometers an hour. Then a slight downhill section towards turn 5, a 2nd gear corner taken at about 80 kilometers an hour. Then they weave their way down to turn 6 and 7. Still, the positions remain the same at the moment. Ariel Levy now with the fastest lap of the race, as denoted by the pink FL next to his name. It means that he is closing in on Theo Overhaus, but he can catch him. He's got to get past him if he wants to win this championship. It feels as though Ariel Levy holds the secret at the moment, but Theo Overhaus stands in the way. The rest of the cars challenging. That is the 1, 2, 3, Henry Tuamala also fighting to retain in the Pro-Am Championship, trying to move his way forwards on board with Søren Spreng in the 197. He is the leading Pro-Am qualifier and leading the Pro-Am race at the moment. Chumala down in 22nd place, but that would be enough just to confirm the championship in the Pro-Am category. 11.5 minutes remaining of this race. Look how close this is. There's Milan Marchak with Colin Berninghausen pressuring him all the way for 7th place. Also there, Chester Kiefer, the man who never backs off. Now, Theo Overhaus responds with the fastest lap. So Ariel Levy gonna have to turn the wick up some more, find some more pace if he wants to challenge for the lead. Can he force Theo Overhaus into a mistake? He's got 11 minutes to do it as the cars go towards the edges of track limits through turn 1 and turn 2. Just fighting for every last thousandth of a second. Theo Overhaus with the fastest lap. Jan Pablo Vega also in the 563 car. He's down in 23rd place. He's got Henry Chumala there for company as well. So everybody pushing hard, fighting hard. Gianluca Tucharoglu on the inside of Alex Ryman. He's been lining that one up for a while and he pokes his nose in. They go wheel to wheel briefly. Now Ryman trying to come back, but Tucharoglu has the position. Now he's coming under pressure from Joe Warhurst. Warhurst flashing the lights, looking to have a better race than he did last time. He's in 12th place at the moment. Now pressuring Alex Ryman, Gianluca Tucharoglu. Now breaks clear into the top 10. Here comes the lead queue of cars. Sasha Norden has now closed up with Sebastian Freimut for 4th place. Here's Berninghausen to the inside of Milan Marchak. Colin Berninghausen muscles his way through in turn 10 and takes that position away. So Colin Berninghausen up into 8th place. Shuffling Milan Marchak down the order. Joe Warhurst now also past Alex Ryman. So Warhurst, man on a mission. On board with Søren Spreng, once again the leading driver in the Pro-Am race. He is in 19th place overall, fighting for silverware on the Pro-Am trophy. First, second, third coming across the line. The dust rising up into the air. We're into the last 9.5 minutes of the season. That is Jelte Höfner having a look to the outside of Alex Ryman. Ryman looks to be struggling a bit at the moment. He's getting mugged by a number of cars. So Ryman clearly struggling for pace here in this, the final race of the season. Sasha Norden looking either. There's Domas Radonas there as well. Chester Kiefer just behind him. Colin Berninghausen, Gianluca Tucharoglu. Two drivers that have fought against each other in Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Germany this year. Just behind them, Milan Marchak, one of the up-and-coming superstars. Joe Warhurst, to remind you, in only his 2nd weekend in a Porsche GT3 Cup car and really enjoying the experience as he prepares for a season in Germany this year. And there's a car that's gone wide. Looks like Thomas Cangro to me on to the gravel. Cangro has not really enjoying the rub of the green at the moment. He's kept it going. But Cangro out onto the gravel trap. He can keep it rolling, which means we won't need a caution. Sasha Norden closing in still on Sebastian Freimut. Our leading rookie is Chester Kiefer in 7th place. But if things remain as they are, Sasha Norden will have jumped Chester Kiefer for 3rd place in the championship. And that's exactly what he came here with the intention of doing this weekend. There is Sasha Norden in the 5th place. Had a tough time in qualifying, but has been somewhere near the top of the timing sheets in all of the free practice, and the qualifying sessions is where he struggled the most, and he's now having to make up for that in this, the final race of the season. Another driver going wide, picking up the dirt out towards turn 1 once again. Theo Overhaus with 6/10 over Ariel Levy. If things remain as they are for the next 7 minutes and 40 seconds plus 1 lap, it will be championship Flint Scheuring by the slimmest of margins. Joe Warhurst now pressuring Milan Marchak for position. This is to get into the top 10. Around turns 1 and 2 we come once again. Chester Kiefer, the leading rookie. Then Colin Berninghausen in 8th place. Gianluca Tucharoglu. And then this fight here, Warhurst goes to the outside of Milan Marchak. This is for 10th place, but he can't make it stick, and in so doing, He allows Alex Ryman into the gap. The inside becomes the outside for Ryman. Ryman now trying to power it around the outside, but Warhurst is going to get the position back. There's a big dent in the back of Alex Ryman's car. That might explain where some of his pace has gone. Keep an eye on Jelter Hoffner there in the 919 car as well. They stay as they were. Milan Marchak in that 10th place, but for how long? Joe Warhurst, if he makes the challenge for that 10th place, he may well lose the position. If it doesn't stick, it's going to be a bit of a gamble. Look at this scrap behind in the background. That's Josh Stanton, I beg your pardon, who's also trying to defend his position from other cars coming through. I think Charles Visser's in there as well. Jonas Greif just up ahead. Look at this, 3 abreast as Alex Ryman, that is Joe Warhurst. And he's over. Joe Warhurst into the barrier. Massive impact. The number 59 car rolling over. So hopefully Joe's all okay. You saw him spearing off into the barrier with 6 minutes remaining of the season. So Joe Warhurst, the car upside down. I think we're probably, he's back onto the 4 wheels, but we're probably going to get some kind of caution here. Still 3 abreast into turn 1. That's Robin Knudsen. Jelter Hoffner just backing out of it. Charles Visser coming through. I see no indication of any kind of caution. So the rest of the cars still racing. There's Anthony Imparato. Now we have a full course yellow. So that was a big impact for Joe Warhurst. It was looking so racy on the outside. The car making contact with the barrier and going over. We don't often see rollovers in Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe, and we saw one last time out for Ajith Kumar in the club division, and Joe Warhurst doing exactly the same. It was a big impact, so the safety crews will be just checking that he's all okay. I think it was on the exit of turn 14 that he went in, a fairly fast part of the track as well. So we're just going to wait for news on that, and the cars now reducing their speed to, well, it was 80 kilometers an hour. Safety car is out now. That will bunch the field up to 4 3/4 minutes remaining. So at the moment, it's Theo Overhaus who leads the way. Ariel Levy in second, Flint Schuring in third. Obviously, our main concern is just the safety of Joe Warhurst. That was quite a big impact into the barrier on the exit of turn 14. He was looking so quick. Racing with Alex Ryman. So with the safety car out on track, that just allows us just to make sure that everybody is all good. They build them so safely at Porsche, very much with driver safety in mind, and that is always of paramount importance, making sure that the drivers are well protected and that they're looked after. So he is just being attended to, Joe Warhurst in the car, and we've got a thumbs up from Joe Warhurst. So I know there's a lot of people watching in the UK who would have been holding their breath. We've got a thumbs up from Joe Warhurst. So really pleased to say thumbs up from Joe Warhurst that he is okay. A scary moment, a big impact. So driver is okay. I've got confirmation through. So I know a lot of people, there he is getting out of the car, and he got his nice new seat insert. I mentioned earlier he had to hand carry it through customs at Heathrow when he was coming out here to Barcelona. It was a whopping big box. It's done him justice because it held him in position. Not done the car a lot of favours. That is such a shame. He was looking so quick. We're really excited that we're going to see him in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany this year. That's not quite the baptism he was looking for into Porsche GT3 racing. Right, with the clock ticking, we breathe a sigh of relief that all is well with Joe Warhurst, and a replay would be wonderful if we've got one. I think our director might have one. I'm not sure that Joe Warhurst or indeed his family will want to see this, so you go and put the kettle on. We're going to see what happened here. He was alongside Alex Ryman, the 2 cars, and Jelter Hoffner was in there as well. It was 3 abreast, and that was never going to work, was it? And Hoffner just gave the squeeze, and I think maybe the tyres touched, maybe the wheels touched, whatever it was. It was a big impact. The barrier, the Tech Pro barrier, doing exactly what it's built to do, and that is to absorb the impact. But the car getting flipped over onto the lid. I think we might struggle to get this one back into green for the season does finish behind the safety car, but we have to make sure the track is safe before we go back to green flag conditions. If things remain as they are now, it will be Flint Schuring who will take the championship by 3 points from Ariel Levy, the outgoing champion he will be. And with less than 2 minutes plus 1 lap remaining, the chances of Ariel retaining this starting to look a little slim. I'd love to know how Theo Erbhaus got into the lead of this one, and I'm hoping we will find out. And we have had confirmation that the race is going to be finishing behind the safety car. So confirmation that the race will not restart. So all that Flint Schuring needs to do is to keep the car in 3rd place, and he will win the championship. It will be a first win for Theo Erbhaus. Oh, no, I've just heard safety car is in this lap, so the new decision has been made. So we are going to get some racing. We thought it was going to be all over. Safety car is going to be in on this lap. They're out at turn 11 at the moment. If they can get to the line before the clock strikes 0, we'll get 2 minutes, 2 laps of racing remaining. So still all to play for. Theo Erbhaus won't be in a hurry to get to the start-finish line, because if he can drag it out so the clock strikes 0 before he gets to the start-finish line, he'll only have to do 1 more lap of racing to take the win. But he can't back it up too much. It has gone green. He's on the accelerator. We're going to have 2 laps remaining of this season. It is a dash for the cash. Theo Erbhaus leading the field out of turn 14. Ariel Levy with one last slim chance to take this championship. Flint Schuring being challenged by Sebastian Freimert. So Schuring challenged into turn 1. He's got Freimert on the outside of him into turn 1. Schuring needs to hold on to this 3rd position. He's got it covered off at the moment, but Freimert ducks back to the inside. Schuring having to defend for all he's worth. A lap and 3/4 of this season remaining. Still the championship very much up in the air. Theo Erbhaus holding the cards. Ariel Levy in 2nd place. Flint Schuring in 3rd place. And now Sasha Norden challenging hard, but in so doing, losing position. Domas Radonis starting to challenge on the outside. Norden coming back. And now Radonis has the inside line into the corner. On board with Sasha Norden. He was in 5th place, is about to become 6th, but he's going to fight back on Domas Radonis. Just behind him, the leader in the rookie race is Chester Keeper. Colin Berdinghausen in 8th place, Gianluca Tucciaroglu in 9th, then Milan Marchak. Now in towards turn 10 they come. It's still Theo Erbhaus leading from Ariel Levy. Levy does not look to have anything that he can do to get into the lead on this race. That's Tucciaroglu going wide onto the gravel. He keeps his foot buried on the power, doesn't even lose a position. Brilliant stuff there. Still positions remaining as they were as we head towards what will be the last lap of the season for what has been an extraordinary season of Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe Sport Division. Out towards turn 14, and to start the very last lap, Theo Erbhaus will lead them across the line. Ariel Levy running out of ideas to get past. He can see the championship starting to slip away. His main championship rival is behind him, but Theo Erbhaus will take the maximum 25 points if he can keep in the position he's in. Flint Schuring a long way back, but still flashing the lights in an attempt to distract Ariel Levy in front. Sebastian Freimert there, ready to demote Flint Schuring if he gets half a chance. In towards turn 1 and 2, and up towards turn 3 we come. For the very last time, it's Theo Erbhaus leading the way by over a second. It looks to be over for Ariel Levy, unless Theo Erbhaus makes a mistake, unless something goes wrong in the number 43 car. The championship looks to be slipping away from the Israeli. Ariel Levy, the driver who won it in 2024. He's staring at Erbhaus in front of him, but Theo Erbhaus does not make loads of mistakes. Ariel Levy in 2nd place. He's broken clear of Flint Schuring. They're up towards turn 6. That is Jonas Greif also going off into the gravel. He looks to be out of harm's way, so everything continues. Here comes Theo Erbhaus hustling the car around the corner. In towards turn 7 they come. Ariel Levy there, keeping him in sight. but still with nothing that he could do. No, beg your pardon, turn 10 is on to turn 11 now. So our race leader heading up towards turn 12 for the very last time. He has a big gap over Oriol Levy. It's going to take a mistake to lose that, but it doesn't like mistake is incoming. Theo Overhaus into turn 13, round to turn 14 for the very last time. Out onto the pit straight. It's going to be a first win in Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe for Theo Overhaus. Oriol Levy in second place. It's going to be a championship for Flint Schering, with third place Sebastian Freimuth in fourth, ahead of Domas Radonis. Sasha Norden staying in front of Chester Kiefer, who wins in the rookie category. Colin Berninghausen in eighth place, ahead of Milan Marchak, who is second in the rookies. Gianluca Tucharoglu rounding out the top 10. Zoran Spreng is going to win in the Pro-Am race. Anthony Imperato second. Henry Chuamala in third. That just confirms Henry Chuamala's position in the championship as the Pro-Am champion. Brilliant stuff. What a final few laps that was. Theo Overhaus held all the cards and stole the dream away from Oriol Levy at the final moments. Wow, great stuff. What a way to finish the season in Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe Sport Division. Theo Overhaus, what a time to take his first win. Second place to Oriol Levy, ahead of Flint Schering, Sebastian Freimuth, Domas Radonis. Sasha Norden did what he intended to do, stayed ahead of Chester Kiefer. Chester Kiefer wins in the rookies, ahead of Colin Berninghausen. Milan Marchak second in the rookies, ninth overall, ahead of Gianluca Tucharoglu. Josh Stanton, solid drive to 11th, ahead of Robin Knudsen. Draker Janssen, despite the dramas earlier on, coming home in 13th place. Good job there. Zoran Spreng winning the Pro-Am race in 14th place, ahead of Alex Ryman. Anthony Imperato second in the Pro-Ams. Henry Chuamala third in the Pro-Ams is enough to secure the championship, ahead of Mace Muller, Thomas Cangro, and then Juan Pablo Vega, Luciano Martinez, Jonas Greif we saw in trouble, and then Jelter Hufner after that incident with Joe Warhurst coming home in 23rd place. Charles Visser, Joe Warhurst, Nathan Sharp, Matthias Ferreira all coming in as non-finishers, and of course Joe Warhurst exiting in spectacular style ahead of James Wallace also into the gravel trap, and Karen Gayard that we saw retiring to the garage. Amazing stuff. What a race that had a little bit of everything, including that dramatic rollover for Joe Warhurst. And pleased to say once again, he's all well, no problems there. So, gosh, that was exciting, wasn't it? And I'm just checking there are no messages, nothing that's going to change any headlines here. I don't think that I can see anything that might cause any problems. I think we can safely say that Flint Schering will be crowned as the champion by just 3 points. Chester Kiefer, the rookie champion, and Henry Chuamala, the Pro-Am champion. And the driver taking the top step of the podium on his guest outing here. Mind the front door. There we go. Theo Overhaus exiting the number 43 Proton Huber competition car to take the win. He had a second place earlier today. There's Flint Schering. The news has filtered through to him that he's done all that he needs to do to win the championship. The team congratulating him at Schumacher CLRT, and there is Flint's dad with the glasses on, embracing his son. He's already seen his older son. There's Larry Tenforder, and there is Maurice Schering, the older brother of Flint Schering and winner of Le Mans 24-hour race GT category. They got the t-shirts printed already. That was a bit brave, wasn't it? They congratulate Flint Schering on his championship win. Some would say that's a dangerous thing, getting their t-shirts printed in advance, but the team now celebrates, and what a team of Schumacher CLRT, Koen Ledegaard and Eduardo Schumacher, who head up that team, celebrating with their champion. Piers is down there enjoying the celebrations in the pit lane.
Yes, just watching the Schumacher CLRT team celebrate. I'll give Flint a moment to get his kit off, compose himself as our champion. But our race winner, Theo Overhaus. Theo, you did it. You did it.
Yeah, finally, first race didn't went my way. This race went even more my way. Aria slipped out on the oil on the track, and I took the chance, go on the inside on T9, and yeah, from there on I managed it. I had not the start I wished for, but I had the race I wished for.
Absolutely, yeah. And you said there was some oil on circuit. We didn't see that.
Yeah, actually on the safety car I nearly spun twice because it was so slippery, so you had to find out on the safety car where are the slippy points. And I think I managed a bit better than Ariel because he slipped out of the track a bit, so I managed to overtake him there, so I'm really happy.
Absolutely, a great job by the team as well.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks to Uber Racing, was a very, very, very great weekend.
And remind everyone at home where they can see you racing this season.
Yeah, this year you can support me at the Super Cup and in the Carrera Cup Deutschland.
Right, Theo, congratulations on winning the championship on your first weekend. Well done. Second place on the road, Ariel Levy. I'm sure he'll be happy with the result, but sad about the overall. Ariel, second place, a good drive, but not quite enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, not quite enough. There was some crash, and in the first safety car we had some water in turn 7, 9 and 12. And then when we had the restart in 7 it dried up, and in 9 it did not. So I thought it would be dry, but it was not. Yeah, so that was too big of a risk apparently, and yeah, I lost it.
Unlucky, of course. It's tricky when the conditions are not ideal on circuit. We didn't actually, us at home and in the commentary box, didn't see any of the water on circuit, but heard from Theo that even under safety car conditions, it was tricky out there.
Well, if you look on the restart on us when we were behind the safety car, you'll see that even when we were doing 40 kilometers per hour, we almost lost the car. So we were driving probably the slowest ever, but it was still sliding, so that was scary.
Ariel, a formidable competitor you are, champion last season, second this season. Of course, you pushed Flint all the way, but I know that the rivalry has been good between you for the whole season.
Yeah, the rivalry was great. I think we know each other for quite some time. We have, at least from my side, a lot of respect to the other one. And also I think to have I said it before, but to have such a competitive season and rival in the winter is the best thing I can wish for. And yeah, I learned a lot this season, and let's see what we can do in the summer.
The best possible preparation for the season ahead. We wish you the best of luck in your future Porsche Carrera Cup, Germany and Mobil 1 Super Cup endeavours.
Thank you very much.
Ariel, hopefully see you next year. And let's grab a word with third place driver and our champion, provisionally, of course, Flint Schuring. Flint is right there. I'm going to just dive in and interrupt. He's getting congratulations from pretty much everyone, and it'll be great to catch a word with our champion. Can I interrupt? Sorry. Flint, champion in 2025. That must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it feels great. It was a very difficult race. Some unexpected moments, but managed to bring it home.
Absolutely. At one point, it looked like it was slipping away. Of course, then the safety car. We heard from Theo and Ariel that we didn't know as viewers, but apparently there was quite a lot of oil and water on circuit.
Yeah, in T7 to T9 there was quite some water or something on the circuit, which made it quite difficult and but also exciting. So. Yeah.
But champion, let's talk about that. You know, you've had such a successful Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe Championship this season, of course, taking many, many wins. Not quite this weekend, but still enough to get the championship.
Yeah, like from Portimao onwards, we were very quick. A bit less this weekend, but nothing to worry about since we've been. It's been a good run so far.
Absolutely, and we just heard from Ariel. He said, you know, the rivalry between you and himself has been really good this early season, and he's looking forward to the season ahead, and it's the best preparation for him, and I imagine for you also.
Yeah, definitely. These moments only help me learn for this upcoming season, so that will definitely be helpful.
And remind everyone at home where they can see you on circuit this year.
Yeah, I'll be probably doing Super Cup this year, and maybe Germany, or probably Germany.
Amazing. So we'll be seeing you probably many times on the podium once again. Everyone at home, Flint Schuring, our 2025 Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe Sport Division champion. Congratulations, Flint.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, I'm going to grab a quick word with our, I think, was it our rookie winner? Did you win the rookie? Yeah, just confirming. You won the rookie race. Yes, Chester Kiefer once again back on top in the rookie division.
Yeah, it was a very, very intense race. My main focus was not actually to win the rookie race, it was to keep the third place in the championship to Sasha, and it went literally down to the last lap because he was overtaken right at the last lap around the outside, which was a beautiful move, by the way. and finished just in front of me, which was just enough to keep me ahead in the championship.
Well, Chester, congratulations on a successful season for yourself, and we'll see you on the podium in just a moment's time. The crowd of team members is gathering for the podium celebration. That'll be in just a couple of minutes' time before we look back on the highlights of the final Sport Division race of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe 2025.
Thank you, Piers. Good job there, and good to understand what happened and how it was that Theo Overhaus got in front of Ariel Levy. It was what is becoming a typical Barcelona start to the race. High drama into turn one, all the cars filing through. The noise, the speed, the excitement, and it was Ariel Levy who beat the pole sitter into turn one. Theo Overhaus been relegated. Henry Tuamala finding the gravel trap but keeping it rolling. So there's lots of drama, and there was one that went in very, very hard, and that was Draker Janssen. Unbelievably, he was able to pick it back up and come back out and finish in a good position. Challenges further back, and Chester Kiefer, you heard from earlier, who managed to just retain that position in the championship. But before all of that, we have Matthias Ferreira, James Wallace, Nathan Sharp involved in there as well, and that brought out the first caution of this particular round. Then at the restart, Theo Overhaus stretching his legs at the front, and we heard that it was fluid on the track that meant that Ariel Levy lost position, and Theo Overhaus was able to sneak through during the race. Here he is challenging Theo Overhaus for the lead, and in the background we can see Flint Schuring just holding on to third place, which is all that he needed to do. Alex Ryman was very much going to be in the wars, and controversial moments coming up in a bit. Gianluca Tucciaroglu, Alex Ryman first of all. Ryman losing position to Tucciaroglu. Joe Warhurst, who had been a man on a mission, coming through to challenge for position from Alex Ryman, and that's where it all started to really kick off. So Warhurst was on the outside of Alex Ryman. Ryman trying to come back at him, and then Jelte Hofner joining in as well. And it was at this point we were going to go three abreast. Just prior to that, they were fighting side by side. It all looked pretty clean. We'll have to have a listen to see what happened afterwards, because it looked to me like maybe the wheels touched on these cars, because suddenly Joe Warhurst was the meat in the sandwich, bouncing off Jelte Hofner, and then a big impact into the fence that saw the 59 car rolling over. Pleased to say Joe was all okay, which is more than we said for the car, which may need a bit of a rebuild. Draker Janssen coming back with what was remaining of his car. Clearly it was all handling very well still. Sebastian Freimuth was never too far away from a podium position, but Theo Overhaus holding off the pressure from Ariel Levy on that slippery track to cross the line and take his first win in Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe at the final round of the season. Second was Ariel Levy, and it was Flint Schuring in third place who secured the championship, doing all that he needed to do to win the championship by just 3 points. It's championship in the rookies to Chester Kiefer, championship in the Pro-Ams to Henry Tuamala. I believe that Piers Pryor is down on the podium, so we're going to throw down to him for the final podium ceremony of the Sport Division for 2025.
Well, what a finale that was in the Sport Division, and we'll be having the podium for the overall classification first. First up, our champion overall, the number 99 from the Netherlands, Flint Schuring. Congratulations, Flint, driving for the the Schumacher CLRT team. In second, last year's champion, the 25 from Israel, Ariel Levy. Brilliant racing between these two. Ariel racing for Team GP Elite. And our winner in the final round, round number 8 of the season, the number 43 from Germany, Theo Overhaus. Congratulations, Theo. Theo was driving for a Proton Huber competition, and we will now have for Theo the German national anthem. Congratulations to our podium drivers. Brilliant, brilliant racing throughout the season, and it is Flint who will receive his trophy from Michael Dreiser, the sporting director of Porsche Motorsport, for third place, and he'll be collecting his big trophy later on this evening. Second place, Jose Luis Santamaria, the circuit director here at Circuit Barcelona de Catalunya, presents second place to Ariel Levy, and our winner, Theo Overhaus, collects his first place trophy, smiles as he should, and we'll have all three drivers on the podium, top step of the podium, for their photo along with our trophy prize givers. Photos being taken, of course. Final championship standings can be found online later on. And now, drivers, the final race of the season, it's time for the champagne! One final round of applause for our overall podium, round number 8 of the sport division. Congratulations. We'll be seeing plenty more of these drivers in Porsche Carrera Cup cars throughout the 2024 season in both Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland and the Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup. So keep an eye out for that this season. I'm sure the competition will be just as good as it has been in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe this season so far. And what a championship it has been. But it's not just the overall classification. In the sport division, we also have the rookies who are coming up in just one moment. And we'll be starting with third place in the rookie classification, the number 67 from the Netherlands, Mace Muller. Congratulations, Mace, driving for PG Motorsport. Second place, the number 69 from the Netherlands, Milan Marchak. Only his third race weekend in a Porsche. Brilliant, brilliant driving after taking the win earlier on. But a tricky couple of races in the rookie classification. But our ultimate champion and winner in the final round from Luxembourg, Chester Kiefer. Chester driving for the Schumacher CLRT team, and a brilliant season for the whole team. We will now have for Chester the national anthem of Luxembourg. Brilliant, brilliant season from all three of these drivers and the rest of the rookies in the sport classification. Third place trophy by Jose Luis Santamaria goes to Mace Muller. Second place, Mace Muller, yeah, give it up, Mace Muller. Second place, Milan Marchak from Michael Dreiser. And the winning trophy for round number 8 of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe 2025 is for Chester Kiefer. Congratulations, Chester, our champion in 2025. Let's have all the drivers on the top step of the podium for a photo, along with our representatives from Porsche and the Circuit Barcelona de Catalunya. And I'm sure that the celebrations will just begin in a moment's time with the champagne, and they will end this evening at the end of season party. And it is champagne time for the rookies. I imagine these guys will have plenty more opportunity to spray the champagne in celebration throughout their future careers, which are looking very bright. And May Spray and the team, congratulations, you three. We'll see you all, hopefully, again next year. But if not, in the meantime, racing Porsche Carrera Cup cars, Porsche Cup cars around Europe. Our rookie drivers, young drivers under 25 who are in their first season of Porsche racing. Now, the final podium of 2025 for the sport division will be our Pro-Am classification. And we're going to start off with the 1, 2, 3. Our champion in 2025 in the Pro-Am division, Henry Tuomala. Congratulations, Henry, and Team Karainen, our Pro-Am champions. Second place will be the number 19 from the United States of America, Anthony Imperato. Congratulations, Anthony, driving for Team Ombra. And our winner, the 197 from Germany, Søren Spreng. Congratulations, Søren. Soren drives for Team GP Elite, and we will now have for Soren the German national anthem. Our prizes, trophies being handed out once again by Jose Luis Santamaria as the director of the circuit, Barcelona Catalunya, and Michael Dreiser, sporting director for Porsche, sales director for Porsche Motorsports. Third place trophy to Henry Tuamala, second place Anthony Imperato, and our winning trophy, Soren Spreng. If we could have all three of you on the top step of the podium along with our trophy prize givers for a photo down by the starting line. Congratulations to the Pro-Am drivers in the round 8 of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe 2025. You may celebrate with a champagne if you wish, or you can just drink it. I think they chose drinking. That's it for the sport division of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe. All that's left is the club drivers, and that's up in just a few moments.